Would you tie my shoe?
Anything.
Paint your face bright blue?
Anything.
Catch a kangaroo?
Anything.
Go to Timbuktu?
And back again, I'd risk everything for one kiss. Everything, yes, I'd do anything.
Anything.
Anything for you. Would you rob a shop
Anything.
till your eyes go pop?
Anything.
Would you risk that drop
Anything.
for your land kerplop?
Hang everything.
I'd risk
life and limb to keep you in the swim.
Yes, I'd do anything.
Anything, anything for you.
Well, we've heard some great Broadway pieces, and I think the question comes up, what would you say is the most iconic, the most apple pie American Broadway show? You think maybe Carousel that we heard of with the clam bake in New England, that sort of thing, or a Southern piece like Showboat or Porgy and Bess. Oklahoma is a good one. We know we belong to the land, and the land that we belong to is grand. But you voting for that one? Okay. But I'd have to say, I take issue with you. The most iconic American piece would have to be, as far as a show, would be one that has, say, barbershop harmonies. It's set in the central United States in Iowa. It's got marching bands. It's got a traveling salesman. Wait a minute. It's even got a straw hat. So I'd say I'd have to go with Music Man as my #1 Americana kind of show. In fact, if you're going to argue with me, I'd say it'd be as wrong to choose anything else as it would be to say try to replace a wonderful, respectable billiard table with all its tradition with something, you know, a table with holes in it that you just push balls into. I'm talking about a pool table. Do you understand? My friend, either you're closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you're not aware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I say trouble right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, certainly mighty proud to say, I'm always mighty proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with a cue in my hand are golden. Help me cultivate horse sense and a cool head and a keen eye. Did you ever take and try to find an ironclad lead for yourself from a 3-rail billiard shot? But just as I say it takes judgment, brains, and maturity to score in the balk line game, I say that any boob can take and shove a ball in a pocket. And I call that sloth, and the first big steps on the road to the depths of degradé. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a pinchback suit and listening to some big out-of-town Jasper hear him tell about horse race gambling. Not a wholesome trotting race, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like to see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan Patch make your blood boil? Well, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in a table. Pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B, and that rhymes with P, and that stands for pool. And all week long, your River City youth will be frittering away. I say your young men will be frittering away there. Noontime, supper time, chore time too. Get the ball in the pocket. Never mind getting dandelions pulled to the screen door, patch to the beefsteak pounded. Never never mind pumping any water till your parents are caught with the cistern empty on a Saturday night, and that's trouble. Yes, you got lots and lots of trouble. I'm speaking of the kids in the knickerbocker, shirt-tail young ones, peeking in the pool hall, wind after school, you got trouble. Folks right here in River City, trouble with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. Now, I know all you folks are the right kind of parents. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Would you like to know what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around in that hall? They'll be trying out Bevo, trying out Q-Bebs, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and bragging all about how they're gonna cover up a telltale breath with sense. And one fine night, they leave the pool hall, heading for the dance at the Armory. Libertine men and scarlet women and ragtime, shameless music. It'll grab your son, your daughter, in the arms of the jungle. Animal instinct, mass hysteria, friends, the idle brains, the devil's playground, trouble. Right here in River City, with a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Right here. Gotta figure out a way to keep the young ones moral after school. Our children's gonna have trouble. Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of destruction. The minute your son leaves the house, does he rebuckle his knickerbockers below the knees? Is there a nicotine stain on his index finger? A dime novel hidden in the corn crib? Is he starting to memorize jokes from Cap'n Billy's whiz-bang? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell and so's your old man. Well, if so, my friend, you got trouble. Oh, we got trouble. Right here in River City. Right here in River City. With a capital T and that rhymes with P and that stands for pool. That stands for pool. We surely got trouble. We surely got trouble. Right here in River City. Right here. Remember the Maine, Plymouth Rock, and the Golden Rule. Oh, we're in trouble. We're in terrible, terrible trouble. That game with the 15 numbered balls is the devil's tool. Devil's tool. Oh, yes, we got trouble, trouble, trouble. Oh, yes, we got trouble. Here we got red trouble. With a T. With a capital T. That rhymes with P. That rhymes with P. That stands for pool. That stands for
Moonlight.